Hi all, this is my follow-on video with the Public House IPA with the Pinter. Last video, you'll see, went terribly wrong. Just thought I'd show you this. Look at that. I've just carbonated it and it's coming out the back like this. It doesn't look like it's come out good at all. I think this still needs a bit more time. This video, I've left it 48 hours to chill in the fridge. I've poured off a little bit to test and it does look good. If I vent it now, there's not going to be much of a change coming out because I did do the vent before. I've moved it upstairs from the fridge and I've left it about half an hour just to settle. And that's all that comes out. Very tiny little. So I'm just going to go straight in. And when I've done a little test pour, I had a much clearer pint come out. So I'm going to pour this and see how it comes out. I'm using the Pinter schooner, the 2/3 pint glass that they sell, branded one. The glass is nucleated at the bottom, so it has that etching that causes bubbles to rise up. So that's the pour. That is the beer. I don't know if you can see properly on this, but I can see that it is clear. I can see my finger through the other side. It's because it's not in daylight, unfortunately. It's at night right now. Probably did pour that a bit too close and not enough edge on it to create a proper head. So at the bottom, I was saying of the glass, there's a nucleated area, an etched area that sends the bubbles up. When they react with it, I can see them rising. I'm just going to tuck straight in on this. That'll work. I need it at the end. On the nose, it does smell malty still. There is a malt smell coming off it. But it's not as bitter as it was the other day. But there's still the bitterness at the end. That's what it tends to be more. So I can smell the hops. I can smell malt, but when I'm drinking it, the hops come first and then it's a bitterness afterwards, and especially with the colour, I can hold it up to the light here and I don't think you'd be able to see properly. I'll just try and hold it as best as I can. It is amber, but again looks like a bitter amber. Yeah, like when you hold a bitter up to light, that's the sort of colour you'd get. Not quite the IPA, which you're expecting to be a bit paler, yellow in colour. It's quite dark. But, I say it's dropped bright. I'm sure if I left this a few more days in the fridge, it would drop even more brighter than this. But I can see all the way through. There's no particles in there. It's looking fine to me, and it's drinking fine. So that is done and it's ready to drink, unlike when I poured it the other day. Now the problem the other day was I found out the cupboard, my little cold storage area, it had been left open on the Friday. So everything that's in there, so I've got like homebrew bottles and just normal bottles of beer and cans that I buy, and they're normally cool to touch because that's how cold it is, because it touches an outside wall. And sadly everything was warm, but I've had it closed for 48 hours in there as well and everything's cooled down. But this, as I say, it's been in the fridge, it's been up here for half an hour next to the radiator, leaving it settle, but it tastes fine. Yeah, that tastes good. I don't know how sessionable this would be because this is only 2/3 of a pint. The first one I had, the Pilsner, was definitely easy drinking. That pint went down easy. This is only, I think, 2/3. And there is more bitterness on it. I don't mind that. And in the right mood, I could definitely session through, I guess. But I'm not in that mood now. I was expecting something a bit lighter, less sticky, less bitter maybe on it. but it's still a good beer. Now, I understand these packs sell for £15 now. I think this one's £14. If you were to buy this individually, it's £14. Up next, I'm actually going to brew the dark fruit cider that they've got, which I guess is a take on like Strongbow Dark and Magnus Dark. The ciders are only £10, which I was surprised about. And I've also seen that they've launched the Winter Stout, and I'm picking up one of those. So they're not going to dispatch it till the 1st of December. But I've already put my order in, so I'm hoping to get that. And I'm hoping to try something a little different when I do get that one. So rather than just brew it straight as I will do with the cider, I'm hoping to try something a little different. But all depends how the cider one goes as well, because I want to actually try and get the starting gravity on that cider to see what it starts at and what it ends at, because I've not done that with any of these. So on the next one I am going to take that starting gravity and end gravity to find out what the actual ABV of it is. I think this is supposed to be 4.2%, the cider is supposed to be 4.5%, and I think the stout is supposed to be 4.5% as well. But as I say, I might have a little tinkering with that one. But yeah, this one itself, I'm just going to swirl this around to show. I was hoping for a bit more carbonation. I am going to pour some more just to see. So I've given it, I'm still pouring straight down rather than an angle at the moment, just because I've already got something in there. Just trying to see how it goes. It does look a much better head this time, only because I've given it that sort of gravity pull to it. Just seeing if the sort of agitating of the liquid creates a different flavour or different notes on it. But it is hoppy, it's just more bitter. And it's a solid beer, but not exactly what I was expecting from it. But then again, it could be when I left it in there, rather than it conditioning, it could have been carrying on secondary fermentation. So who knows what the ABV on this is, and who knows what other impacts it's had with the hop extract in there and the hoppy flavour being turned into a more bitter flavour as it's been left in there too long. Who knows, I could be to blame. I'll have to try this one again at some stage. But I'll check out other reviews to see what they think as well. I haven't had a look to see if other people agree or not. I didn't want to be prejudiced or biased by other people's reviews at that stage. But after this, and once I upload it, I'll have a look to see what others think. I might write something in the comments as well. But anyways, until next time, when I'm using the dark fruit cider, take care.